Inshallah, we will be gathering here for 12 days. And every day there will be majlis in which we will talk about Quran and Ahlul Bayt. Our topic for this year is Quran and Ahlul Bayt. Importance of Quran, importance of Ahlul Bayt. What is the relationship between these two? Daily we will recite one verse from the Holy Quran. And we will relate this verse to Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. Because we believe that Quran is the book in which Ahlul Bayt are mentioned in many places. We need to know where Ahlul Bayt are mentioned and how they are mentioned. So for this, when we see the tafsir, the commentaries of the Holy Quran, we will find out that Ahlul Bayt are mentioned in the Holy Quran. The merits of Ahlul Bayt are narrated from the Holy Quran, and this is one of the most authentic sources which we have in our religion. Sharia. Holy Quran is authentic sources. So inshallah we will narrate verses of the Quran, and then we will try to find out what is the relationship of this verse with the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. Please recite louder salawat. Verse of the Holy Quran which I recited is Surah Al Imran, and this is a famous verse which you have read many times. But I want to relate it with the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. This verse in the Holy Quran, it says, it is about Amr bil Ma'ruf wa Nahi anil Munkar, inviting people towards good and forbidding people from the evil. So the Holy Quran says, Kuntum khayra ummatin ukhrijat linnas. O Muslims, you are the best ummah. You are the best people. Created for human being, created for each other, created for man. Why you are the best? Because you invite people towards you do amar bil ma'ruf wa tanhauna anil munkar, and you forbid people from evil. That's why you are the best ummah. You are the best nation. Wa tu'minuna billah, you also believe in Allah. Because of these three things, you are the best nation, you are the best ummah. Holy Quran is the book where there is no doubt about. La rayba fi. There is no doubt about the verses of the Holy Quran. Authenticity, message is very clear. Holy book is with us like guidance for us. It is our guidance. If you want to take guidance, the best source is the Holy Quran. We open the Holy Quran and we take guidance from this book. But Holy Quran needs to be understood. It needs that someone should teach us. It needs a mufassir. Mufassir is the one who do tafsir of the Holy Quran. So our question is, who are the best people to do tafsir of the Holy Quran? We want to understand Quran. Quran is not something very simple we will understand easily. We need to do a lot of research, a lot of work. But the question is, who are the best people who can make the Quran do the tafsir of the Holy Quran and help us in understanding the message of Quran. For this, our belief is that Muhammad Ali Muhammad are the best people to do tafsir of the Quran. Allahumma salli ala. Why Muhammad Ali Muhammad? Why? Because there is one saying in Arabic. This is not a verse of Quran. This is a saying in Arabic. It says, Ahlul Bayt yadri ma fil bayt. The household knows what is inside the house. I don't know much about your house. You know more than me. Why? Because you are responsible for your family, your Ahlul Bayt. Ahlul Bayt yadri, ma fil bayt. Ahlul Bayt knows what is inside the house. So Muhammad Ali Muhammad are the best people to understand Quran from them because Quran was revealed in their house. Quran was revealed in the house of Muhammad Ali Muhammad alayhi salam. Verses were revealed. The Holy Prophet is in the house, verses are coming. And then the Holy Prophet is verses to Amirul Mu'mineen alayhi salam, to his daughter, to his grandsons. So they were raised with the Holy Quran. That's why they are the best people to take tafsir of the Quran from Muhammad Ali Muhammad alayhi salatu wa salam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Another point, my dear brothers, respected sisters, this is first majlis, but I am entering into my topic because in 10 days, 12 days, I have to recite as many verses I can. I have to relate them with the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, from where we will know about their merits and the followers of Ahlul Bayt. Why we call ourselves followers of Ahlul Bayt? X, Y, and Z. Why from Ahlul Bayt? This is what we are learning. The point which is important, which all of you should note, that is a famous Holy Prophet. This hadith is called hadith tawatir. The hadith was narrated different times by different narrators. Not khabar wahid. It's not one person came and he said, I heard from the Holy Prophet, he said this. No. Thiql in Arabic means something which has weight. So we have Thiqlul Akbar and Thiqlul Asghar. In this hadith which is called Hadith of Thaqalain, that is the hadith of two heavy things. Now mashallah, most of you people are learned people, you have heard this hadith. I'm trying to explain something for the children and the youth. Hadith of Thaqalain is hadithun mutawatirun. The hadith which was narrated by so many narrators in different times, in different books. For example, we have 6 books which are called Siha as-Sitta, and these are the books of our Muslim brothers. I'm not talking about our books. Our books are, mashallah, we have many books of hadith. And there are thousands and thousands of ahadith in our books. I'm giving reference from their books. From among 6 books, this hadith is recorded in all the 6 books. At least 5 have recorded this hadith of the Holy Prophet. And how they have recorded? Now I'm quoting it from the books of hadith of our brothers, Muslim brothers, non-Shias. They said that the Holy Prophet said, not once, not twice, in many different times, different places. One such place was Khutbatul Ghadir. When the Holy Prophet said, and he told the people to stop here, I want to say something important. This is called Maqam of Ghadir. The people were gathered there. They were coming from last time. You know about the story. So the Holy Prophet delivered a very lengthy khutbah, 2 hours khutbah. And there he mentioned many times this hadith in Ghadir, in the plains of Ghadir Khum, and at different places. Now this is one reference, khutbah Ghadir. Now what the Holy Prophet said? He said, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Inni tarikun fikum as-Thaqalain, Kitab Allah wa itrati Ahlul Bayt. I'm leaving behind me my legacy. Oh people, I, the Holy Prophet, I have legacy. What is my legacy? 2 things. I'm leaving my legacy, and these are 2 things which I'm leaving behind. And they are very heavy things. They are Kitab Allah, the book of Allah, wa itrati ahlul bayti, and my itrat, my family members, which are my ahlul bayt. Now the second part of hadith is very beautiful. He says, ma in tamassaktum bihima lan tazilu ba'di abada. If you cling to both of them, if you take both of them together, you will never go astray. You will never be deviated. There is no chance of deviation if you take both together. Ma in tamassaktum bihima lan tazillu ba'di abada hatta yarada alayya al-hawz, unless and until you reach to the fountain. Now you have heard the hadith. This hadith needs tafsir, explanation. We had an alim. He was one of the greatest alim. You might have heard his name. His name was Ayatollah Mir Hamid Musavi. Now he was from India, and if you go and see the history of India, you will find out that there were great scholars there in Lucknow. So he has a big library. He has written a book. Now he lived around 200 years ago. He wrote a book about imamat of the commander of faithful, and this book is called Abakatul Anwar. And the family members of Mir Hamid Hussain Musavi, Nasirul Millah, they call themselves, their last name is Abakati, because of this book. Now this is not an ordinary book. This book has 50 volumes, 50 volumes. One volume is 700-800 pages. And all is about imamat. One volume, which is around 700 to 800 pages, is about Hadith Thaqalain. Allahu Akbar. Recently, we had Syed Ayatollah Luzma, Syed Abdul Karim Mar'ashi Najafi. He used to lead salat at the haram of Bibi Masuma Salamullah alayha. And his library, which is called Kitab Khaniye Agha Najafi Marashi, is from among the 5 big libraries in Iran. 5 big libraries in the country. One of among these 5 is his library, Kitab Khaniye Agha Najafi Marashi. He has written footnotes on this Abakatul Anwar, and he has published it because he has a publication house also. He published it in a nice way. Abakatul Anwar, when Alama Amini wants to write book about Ghadir called Kitab al-Ghadir, 11 volumes on one topic of Ghadir, he went to India all the way from Iran, Najaf. He went to India and he took permission from the family members of Mir Hamid Hussain Musavi that I want to write, I want references for Al-Ghadir. I want to take advantage of the books which are in your library. And later on, he wrote and compiled 11 volumes of Al-Ghadir. These are our ulama, these are our scholars. They are the pillars of religion. What they have done for religion. Just imagine how they are spending years and years in research and then compiling books. Of Thaqalain, as I mentioned, it needs a lot of explanation, but because of lack of time, I'm just giving you 1 or 2 short points and going to the next point. And that is, Hatta Yarada. Now we use this word in Farsi and house. I will translate it for you in a very house means fountain, the place where there is water. According to riwayat and hadith which we have is, on the day of Qiyamah, on the day of judgment, there will be a fountain where there will be water. Everyone, angels, Malaika, no, you are not eligible to drink water from this fountain. This is for those people who are righteous. This is called house. Now, day of judgment, again, I don't want to go out of my topic. I don't want to make you, I know, I don't want to make you tired. That's why I'm trying to finish it in time, slowly. MashaAllah, your attentions are with me. Khairul kalam, qalla wa dalla. The best kalam is qaleel, short, but dalil with proof, mudallil. So inshallah, I'm just touching few points and then going to the next part of the majlis. House is fountain of water. Day of judgment, everyone is thirsty. Not everyone is thirsty, everyone is hungry. Those who are gathered here to give accountability to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for their deeds. So they are hungry, they are thirsty, they are tired, and they are gathered in all this Maidan Hashar, and there is no seating arrangement. No one will be sitting there. Everyone will be standing on his feet. That's why it is called Yawmul Qiyamah. Qiyamah is from Qiyam. Qiyam means to stand. Qiyam means to stand. There is no kursi. There is no chair, no couch. Everyone is, and the problem is that they have to give accountability of each and everything, what they have done. So, when they see that, oh, there is a fountain, let's go and drink water from this fountain. But unfortunately, no. The person who is conducting and in whose control is the fountain is the Holy Prophet Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam. Now he is the one who is in charge of house, in charge of fountain. And the person who is giving water to those who are eligible is Amirul Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wa salam. Commander of faithful is called Saki Kausar. Saki means one who gives water. Kausar, this fountain is called Kausar. House is called Kausar. Now Amirul Mu'mineen alayhi salam is the one who is giving water to the people, those who are his Shias, those who are his real followers, those who are eligible. To them, Amirul Mu'mineen alayhi salam is giving water. And the Holy Prophet is also standing there on one side of the house to conduct everything. Now here, the Holy Prophet says, I am leaving behind me two things, Quran and my Ahlul Bayt. If you take Islam from them, you will never go astray, you will never go deviated unless you meet me at this place which is called Hauz-e-Kausar. So those who have taken Quran and Ahlul Bayt together and they were clinging with these two, for sure they will drink water from the hand of Amirul Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wassalam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Ya Ali. Because they were those who took guidance from Quran. They were those followers of Ahlul Bayt who took guidance from Ahlul Bayt. Now there the water is for them. The hadith says, I am leaving behind me two things. In some of the narrations, the Holy Prophet made his two index fingers like this. Now these are the fingers which are always together. I mean, these two fingers are one in size and they are equal. This is the best example of equality, is these two index fingers. Is I am leaving behind two things. One is Quran and another is my Ahlul Bayt. Some people said, no, the Holy Prophet said, Inni tarikun fikum mustaqalain kitab Allah wa sunnati. Now when Sihah Sita is recording, 5 of Sihah Sita is recorded, Itrati Ahlul Bayti. 1 of Sihah, it has recorded Sunnati. Okay, let's suppose the Holy Prophet said Sunnati, although he didn't say it. Otherwise, why? The 5 books, from among 6 books, 5 will record Ahlul Bayti wa Itrati, on only one book will say Sunnati. Let's suppose the Holy Prophet said Sunnati. So what is the Sunnah of the Holy Prophet? The Holy Prophet did not said many times that take Islam from my household, from my Ahlul Bayt. So this is Sunnah. The Holy Prophet said this many times. It is recorded by all Muslims, Shias, non-Shias, that the Holy Prophet said, Aliyun ma'al Quran wal Quranu ma'ali. This is what the Holy Prophet said. The Holy Prophet said, Aliyun ma'al haq wal haqqu ma'ali. So this is called Sunnat Rasul Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma salli ala. Ya Ali. So this hadith tells us that these two are together. Take Islam from both of them. Don't take one and leave the other. So there was a group and a person. I don't want to take his name from the member. You know about him. He says, Hasbuna kitab Allah. For us, the book of Allah is sufficient. We don't need to go here and there. We don't need to take Islam from Ahlul Bayt. Why? Because Hasbuna kitab Allah, the book of Allah is sufficient for us. Now he was caliph. One day he was sitting in his court. An Iranian woman enters the court and asks one mas'ala sharia in Farsi. He says, oh, this is Ajami. This lady is Ajami. Her language is Farsi. My language is Arabic. I don't know Farsi. Call Mutarjim. Call the translator, interpreter. Call him. So that he should do interpretation, translation, and I will know what she's asking from me in Farsi. When the woman heard this, he says, you don't know Farsi and you say that Hasbuna kitab Allah? You don't know a language and you say the book of Allah is sufficient for us? You should have said this if you were aware of all the knowledges, if you were aware of the different languages. A person came to the 8th Imam, Imam Raza alayhi salatu wa salam, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. He came from India and he started talking in Hindi with the 8th Imam. Imam alayhi salam gave answer to him in Urdu and Hindi language. Another person was astonished. He said, Yabna Rasulillah, have you been to India? He said, no. So from where you learned the long language of India? He says, we are Ahlul Bayt. We are superior from everyone. We know every language. Our knowledge is ilm laduni from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Those whose knowledge is from Allah subhanahu, he doesn't need to go to India to learn Urdu and Hindi. At that time, Ravi says, I saw the 8th Imam alayhi salam, he took one small pebble, stone from the earth. He cleaned it and said, O Fala, put it under your tongue. He put that under his tongue. He said, now, what is your condition? He says, my condition is that I know 70 new languages. Imam alayhi salam said, when I recite short dua on a stone and you learn 70 language, so imagine I am Ibn Rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. My time of Majlis is now becoming towards end. I don't want to make you tired for on the first day. Maybe you say Maulana is talking too much, so we will not come tomorrow or next time. I don't want to lose my audiences. But Alhamdulillah, you are coming here for Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. You are coming here to pay your respect to that person who was Imam Hussein alayhi salam, who sacrificed everything for Islam. Kuntum khayra ummah ukhrijat linnas ta'muruna bil ma'ruf wa tanhauna 'anil munkar wa tu'minuna billah. Imam Hussein alayhi salam says in his khutbah, why I am leaving Medina? Why I am leaving Medina and going towards Mecca and then Iraq? Imam says, Inni lam akhruj asharan wala batra wala mufsidan wala zalima bal innama kharajtu litalab al-islah fi ummati jaddi uridu an amara bil ma'ruf wa anha anil munkar wa asira bi sirati jaddi wa abi Ali ibn Abi Talib. Now Imam is saying, I'm leaving Medina for amar bil ma'ruf wa nahy anil munkar. This is so important, amar bil ma'ruf wa nahy anil munkar, that Imam alayhi salam is leaving Medina to do amar bil ma'ruf wa nahy anil munkar. Ya Abu Abdullah, what is wrong with the ummah that you want to do islah? Well, he will say, there is many things wrong with the ummah when they have made Yazid Khalifa. This is the worst thing. And now this Khalifa, king, ruler, is asking bay'ah, allegiance from me? Syed Shababi Ahl al-Jannah? Mithli la yubayu mithlo. Not only Hussein, the person who is my follower, the person who loves me, the person who is my Shia will also not pay allegiance to Yazid and his followers. I am Sayyid Shababi Ahl al-Jannah. How is this possible? Ma'soom Imam will pay allegiance to a person who is ghair ma'soom and the person who is so corrupt, and there is corruption. Imam said, Huwa Yazid huwa rajulun fasiq mu'linun bil fisq sharibul khamr wa qatilu nafsul muhtarima. Yazid is a person who is a drunkard. Yazid is a person who kills innocent people. And he does sin in public. He does sin in public. That's why mithli la yubayu mithli. I am leaving Medina to do amar bil ma'ruf wa nahy anil munkar. I am leaving Medina to set everything right which is corrupted by the father and the son. Father and the son, both. I want to do correction there. That's why I'm leaving Medina. And this is not something new. I am going on the footsteps of my grandfather, the Holy Prophet, and footsteps of my father, the Commander of Faithful. They also did Amar bil Maruf, so I'm doing that. So I'm going on their footsteps. I'm not doing something new. This is not something new. Well, we learn many things from Ashura. But some people say, well, Imam Hussain alayhi salam should have, shouldn't have left Medina, he should have stayed there. And some says, oh, La Samahala, God forbid, Imam Hussain left Medina because he wanted to rule government. So we have Allama Iqbal Lahori. He has Farsi Ash'ar, and he has many Farsi Ash'ar. In one of his share he says, Gar mud'ash bud sultanat, Gar mud'ash bud sultanat, Nemi kyar baham chanin saman safar. If Imam Hussain wanted to have government, he would not have taken his children with him. Not the women. He should have made an army. But where is the army of Imam Hussain if he wants to rule? So where is his army? Where is his Saman-e-Safar? Saman-e-Safar is Aliul Asghar, is Qasim ibn al-Hassan, Zainab salamullah alayha. These is Saman-e-Safar. Well, the Maraje says, one of our Maraje who passed away a few years ago, Mo har chi darim as Ashura darim. Whatever we have is from Ashura. In Muharram or Safaras ke Islam ra nigah dashte. If this Muharram and Safar were not there, Islam would have went somewhere else. Now Islam is on the right track. Islam is on Islam Asil, Islam Nab Muhammadi, the pure Islam, the real Islam. That is because of this Muharram and Safar. That is because of Ashura. So Ashura is something which makes changes in the person. I will say that I come here for 12 nights. if after 12 months you feel some changes inside you, then you will feel, and then you will know that yes, this is the asarat and effects of Ashura on you. But if there is no change, you are same person, that means you came here but to socialize, for socialization, which is still you will get sawab. If you come here for socialization, still you will get sawab, because sitting on this farsh aza for Imam Hussain alayhi salam and crying for Imam Hussain also has many rewards. Friends, respected brothers, sisters, tonight is the second night of Muharram. And this is the night when Imam Hussain alayhi salam is now leaving Medina. He is making a caravan in order to leave Medina. But Imam Hussain alayhi salam knows that if he leaves Medina, he will not come back. He knows about it, because he has ilm ladunni, the knowledge. Once the Holy Prophet was relating the narrations and story of Karbala for his daughter, the Lady of Light. The Holy Prophet said, my dear daughter, the time will come that Hussein will be alone in the battlefield. And the people will gather around him and they will kill your son Hussein while he will be alone, all alone. The Lady of Light said, Ya Abata, my dear father, will you be at that time? You will be alive? No, my dear daughter, I will not be alive. Ali will be alive. No, Ali will not be there. What about Hassan-e-Mujtaba? My dear daughter, Hassan-e-Mujtaba will also not be there. They said, then who will protect my son Hussein? Who will be there? The Holy Prophet started crying. And he said, Hussein will be alone, but there will be Zainab with him, Kulthum with him. They will kill your son Hussein all alone. And at that time, the Lady of Light asks, he says, oh, Ya Abata, when there will be no one, so who will cry for my Hussein after his shahada? The Holy Prophet replied, my dear daughter, Allah will create a nation. Allah will create some people, and these people will cry for your Hussein. The elders of this people will cry for the elders of Shuhada Karbala. The youth will cry for the youth of Karbala. The children will cry for the youth of Karbala. The women will cry for the women of Karbala. I will say, O Fatima to Zahra, O Lady of Light, come on and see. Allah has created with your dua this people, this qawm, who are crying for Hussein alayhi salam. Now the last part of narration is very beautiful. Fatima to Zahra says, Ya Abata, my dear father, if this is the case that these people will cry for my Hussein, then I promise you, I will not enter into Jannah unless and until the Shias of Hussein enter into Jannah. We will say, O Fatima, O Lady of Light, see, Allah has created this qawm who are crying, who are your Shias. They are the Shias of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. They are crying for your children and for the martyrs of Karbala. Imam Zaman alayhi salam is also crying. Imam Zaman alayhi salam says in Ziyarat-e-Nahiya, I cry day and night for my grandfather Hussein. In one of the lines of Ziyarat-e-Nahiya, Imam alayhi salam sends salams to Imam Hussein. He says, Assalamu ala Shayb al-Khazir. Mera salam ho us daadi par us mahasin pe, jo khoon se rangeen ho gayi thi. Assalamu ala khadd tareeb. Salam man, mera salam ho us gaale mubarak par, jis pe matti lagi hui thi. Wa shimro jalisun ala sadrik. زیارت ناہیہ کے الفاظ. او شمر تو بڑے مقدس اور بڑے مقام پر بیٹھا ہوا ہے. یہ سینہ اقدس ابا عبداللہ الحسین علیہ السلام ہے. میں کہوں گا یا امام زمان، میں ہاتھ جوڑ کے آپ سے عرض کرتا ہوں کہ جب یہ واقعات ہو رہے تھے آپ ظاہری طور پہ کربلا میں موجود نہ تھے، مگر آ کر بی بی زینب سے پوچھے جو گودال قتل گاہ سے اپنے بھائی حسین کو دیکھ رہی ہے. فرماتی ہے اے شمر تجھے حیا نہیں آتی، یہ سینہ ابا عبداللہ الحسین ہے اور تو بے ادبی کر رہا ہے. ظالم نے جواب نہیں دیا، کند خنجر سے گلے مبارک کو جدا کیا. بس ایک آواز سنی گئی، الا قتل الحسین بکربلا، الا ذبح الحسین بکربلا، اللہ لعنت اللہ علی القوم الظالمین وسيعلم الذين ظلموا آل محمد أي منقلب ينقلبون لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. Oh Allah, we ask you to accept this ibadat from all of us. Allah give us tawfiq to understand the message of Abu Abdullah al-Husayn alayhi salam and act upon the message of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. Allah give us tawfiq to understand the commands in the Holy Quran. Give us tawfiq to act upon the orders of Allah in the Holy Quran. Oh Allah, give us tawfiq to go for the ziyarat of Haram of Abu Abdullah al-Husayn. And on the day of judgment, oh Allah, give us shafa'ah, intercession of Abu Abdullah al-Husayn alayhi salam. Make the zuhur of Imam al-Hujjah as soon as possible and count us among his followers and friends. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen wa anta as-sami'ul alim. بحق محمد وآلہ طیبین طاہرین. ان اللہ وملائکتہ یصلون علی النبی یا ایھا الذین آمنوا صلوا علیہ وسلموا تسلیما.